A short day for us is 16 hours.
Stand by for video roll in 5, 4.
Every once in a while, every few years, you just get that show where it's right from the word go. And that's really rewarding.
I have the best job in the world. I get to watch rock shows every night for a living.
3, 2, 1, and roll.
The legendary Canadian rock band Rush has enjoyed an impressive record-breaking career that has spanned 3 decades and produced over 30 albums. All the while winning the respect of music critics and the hearts of devoted fans around the world. Since releasing their first album back in 1974, Rush has sold over 40 million records. They've toured the world many times over, selling out hundreds of live stadium-rocking shows. When guitarist Alex Lifeson, drummer Neil Peart, and lead vocalist, bassist Geddy Lee go on tour, they bring with them some heavy artillery. 7 tractor trailers hauling an entire stage production. Lights, video, pyro, sound, along with 40 men and women whose job it is to set it all up.
Everything with red tape on the back goes stage right, downstage right.
Run it.
House lights go. 2, 1, and roll.
And tear it down. All in the course of a grueling 18-hour day. Life on the road with a rock band can be both exhausting and exciting, especially during a 4-month, 48-concert run like the Rush North American Snakes and Arrows Tour. What most concert goers don't know is that the performance they hear in their seats is very different from what the band hears on the stage. During a live Rush concert, this critical role is the responsibility of stage monitor engineer Brent Carpenter. Meanwhile, the other vital sound element of this traveling rock show is the responsibility of concert sound engineer Brad Madix. Each performance, no matter what the venue, it's his job to ensure that the band sounds absolutely perfect to the fans in the stands.
We are at the Air Canada Center here in Toronto, and it is 5:30 in the morning. That's a lie, it's 10 to 10. We come in around 9 o'clock, 8:30 for breakfast, 9 o'clock we start working. I am the front of house sound engineer. My first job in the morning, along with the rest of the sound crew, is to place the rigging that comes in, talk about where we're going to hang the PA. Usually there's a little bit of discussion about how that fits in with the room and the rest of the production, lights and so forth. They're getting ready to hang that right now. And then we just sort of wait until that happens. In the meantime, speakers will roll in here and we'll get it all ready to go.
I'll get this out of your way. During the course of the day, my job has, like a lot of people out here on a rock tour, a lot of different job duties during the day. So you can't really say you have one duty. Once the gear's in the building, I set up the stage right PA stacks and amplifiers, plug them in, get them wired up, get electricity to them, get drive signal to them. Then we stand around and wait for points like this.
In order to raise the lighting grid, video screens, and sound system for each concert, 56 motorized lifting chains must be hung from the ceiling above. At each venue, it's head rigger John Fletcher's job to map out on the floor the placement of those chains, based on the stage dimensions and the lighting grid design. John marks the hanging points with chalk, while a team of riggers working high above the arena floor secure a series of lifting chains to the steel girders located in the building's roof. Riggers then drop the chains to the points below, and the heavy lifting begins.
basically our beam spread, if you flip up real quick, you got 11-foot center. So you got a beam at center, the next beam is 11 feet off center. So now I'm making a bridle, a triangle, so my point hits on the floor where I want it.
Found these in a cave in France. We don't know what they mean. It has something to do with where the PA is.
Obviously, there were teepees, and the teepees had what round things under them. Yes. And they haven't been able to decipher exactly what it was. They think it was some form of monetary conversion.
Hey, you lost it.
Sorry.
Well, all the gear's in the building. I have my 4th cup of coffee. That's always good. The points, the motor's going up in the air is a little slow, but we're ready as soon as we get our motors, we're ready to pick everything up. So it's pretty average for an arena show.
Well, this is a part of the day where we sit around waiting for points. It's pretty much a daily thing. If you'd been here a minute ago, I would also have had a donut.
Look at these guys. Aren't they beautiful?
Hi, Mom!
Are you guys working today?
Oh, is that on?
Waiting for points, waiting for points. We are always waiting for points, waiting for points, waiting for points. Seems like we are waiting for points. Brad and I, we hang the Stage Right PA system, which is the PA system that Brad uses to do all the audio for the audience. Him and I, together as a team, we get the various assembled hardwares together, get the cables ready, get everything plugged in, turned on, ready to go, so that when the PA does get up in the air, all we have to do is plug the final cable in and it's all done. And we like to pre-do as much as we can so that once he goes to front of house to start assembling the front of house equipment and I go to stage left to start assembling the monitor equipment, we don't have to come back over here to turn everything on and do all that kind of crap. So that's what we're doing right now, is pre-assembling before we have motor points.
Okay, going up.
Each one of those boxes has a bass speaker, I think 4 mid-range speakers, and 3 high-end horn drivers, and then also a row of what they call super tweeters, 10 or 11 of those in each one. And the idea is any one of those on its own doesn't amount to much in a place like this, but the way they line up in the box, that goes together in one long line. So all of the tweeters are in a line from the top to the bottom, and all of the bass speakers are in a line from the top to the bottom, which helps make it sound more the same everywhere you go, as opposed to a bass speaker here and a high-end speaker here, another bass speaker here. It's all in one column. I'd hazard a guess that we probably have about 80,000 watts of power. It's plenty. How many watts does each one of those crowns do?
Each of the crowns?
4,000?
About 6.
6,000.
6,000.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 amp racks under there.
Yeah.
14.
Oh, the crown. Sorry, I
Times
thought it was
12,000.
QSC. The QSC is about 6. The crowns will do 3,000. Yeah, 6.
So
I'm right.
42,000.
Yeah.
So it's right. It's more like 80,000 a side.
80,000 a side.
So 160,000 watts. Listen, we don't use it all. We leave a lot of it in the box. So the amps are about twice as powerful as what we really put out of the cabinets. So, but if it's 160,000 watts, holy Christ, it's huge. No wonder it's so deafening.
Each of these weighs 485 pounds per.